Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon. I'm here with Nate Rosencrantz, my good buddy for quite a while, and he is going to demo one of the coolest braids happening right now, and just all the tricks and tips. So, take it away.
Cool. Hi, Nate Rosencrantz, and what we're going to do today, I'm staring into the microphone, a little weird. We wanted to do, fishtails to everything, but we wanted to do something where we can do the fishtail in just a little bit of a twist of a way, so we're going to do a French fishtail. So it's real simple, starting in the front just like you would with the French, but instead of working 3 sections, we're going to work 2 the whole way through, adding hair as we go. Cool?
All right, so do it, and I love it that you picked the model with the most perfect hair in the world. Oh my goodness.
Of course. You don't pick models. You want them to be nice and pretty, but you also have to have good hair, right? You got to be able to do what you need it to do. So I'm just going to start in the front here, taking a small little triangle. And I just want to make sure, taking around here, yep, I'm centered. Very important to be centered. I don't need that comb anymore, so it's okay that it's on the ground.
Because you know the Board of Health is right outside.
I don't have my barber side up here, so please forgive me, New York State Board of Health. So we're going to split it down the middle, and we're going to take, just like with your regular fishtail, we're going to take a little from the side into the middle, a little from the side into the middle, and then we're going to hold that tight down in, right? I'm going to start adding hair from each side. So we get there, right? And I'm going to add from here, just the same as you would do with a French. But again, it's just the 2 pieces, right? So if you can see that there, we start getting that going. Add some more in. All right. Hold it. Adding more. The key here is always, keeping a good grip on everything, staying tight. So whenever I have everything down, I like to put everything between my pointer finger and my thumb, really hold it tight before I go and add the next piece in. It's a little bit of manual dexterity. I wish I was a little taller right now or had apple box. Here we go. Right, so you can see, just pinch everything together, add it in, bring it over. And every once in a while, what I like to do too is, like, sometimes I feel like one side starts getting thicker than the other, or thinner. So I'll take from that thicker side, just like you want to do with your regular fishtail, and add some over. When I do that, I want to make sure I do it to the opposite side as well. All right? Again, holding that tight. Add it in. Add it in. And just keep on working right down the head. I think the tough part is knowing, like, your angles. If you keep coming up here, up like this, you have to make sure you're following the curve of the head as you're going down to make sure that you're getting that into the center. If you keep bringing everything up here, it's going to end up getting baggy.
So the only super clean parting is your very first one, or is that because you dropped your comb?
No, I like to do just the first one so I start even. As I'm going through, I personally like something that's a little bit more organic, more homegrown. So I'd rather use my pinkies to section it out in that sense. If you want it real nice and smooth, go in with your tail comb. If you've got a nice nail in your finger that you can use that to section, do that. Otherwise, it's just a personal preference, or what you're going for. And today, I like I said, I like more of the organic feel to it. But it really is more also just making sure you're following that head. And as it gets back, it's going to get nice and thick too, which is going to be cool.
Would you do anything differently if she had very thin hair or curly hair?
I might do it for thin hair. I don't think I would do anything different to it. Maybe add some extensions in underneath that where I'd put them in on a vertically so that I can pull them back in without seeing them, and also a little bit back for thin hair. And then for curly hair, I might do it a little bit looser so I can really see the texture a lot. Because right now, she's got this beautiful blonde hair, so we're really going to see the braid and the texture because of the color of hair. And when you have the curly hair, that's just going to have a nice, beautiful, looseness to it. So, work with what you have, for sure. Here we go, keeping it tight. All right, we got a lot going on in here today. So I'm gonna add some amber. You're gonna see like how we're coming back now, right? Like I said, like following the shape of the head.
And your sections are getting larger.
They are getting larger because it's pivoting, right? So I gotta pivot to the shape.
I should point out that we're at Artist Session, and Nate was one of our speakers yesterday, and I dragged him into duty to do one of these. And I'm so glad you picked this model with the most perfect hair and the most perfect color, especially for a fish.
How about it, right? I love it when I'm on set and they're like, the girl has like solid colored hair, brown, and they're like, well, I'd love to do a braid. I'm like, no, you don't, because we're not going to see it. And they're like, what do you mean we're not going to see it? I'm like, all right, good, take a picture. Take a picture, and like, you're right, you're not going to see it. So like any kind of like, you can have darker hair, but it has to have some kind of variation to it to really see the beauty in it. All right. So we just keep moving, taking a little bit from each side. Again, just as 2 strands, holding it all together, adding that in. All right, let's add a little more. Bring that over. And the other too is always making sure you're getting rid of all the hair underneath. So even though this is organic, we don't want it to be messy, right? It's still gotta flow all together, right? Coming around, look at this. Miss Mulhern doing her gymnastics. She had yoga this morning for microphone yoga.
So the key is tension and the size of your sections.
Yeah, and these are, because these sections are getting larger as we go because I'm getting more hair. So just like with a regular French braid, you're starting small and you're adding, and it gets bigger and bigger as you go. So now what we can do too is we can add the hair over and then add some to it.
And this really is a professional braid. It would be very difficult for a client to do this at home.
They've got to have some like serious braiding skills. It's difficult to do it to yourself. I think. I mean, I have short hair, so I've never actually tried to braid my hair because I've tried to braid my beard, but I can look in the mirror and do that. It's not pretty though. Trust me, it's not pretty. I look like an old wrestler or something. All right, so now we get down to the base, and we can just really scoop up that last bit, and then we just like you're going right down. What I think it's cool too is like you can see it looks like more than just 2 strands when you look in here. Like that looks like there's a whole lot going on because of how we're adding hair into it, but it really is. It's just a fishtail. But because of the way things are loose and organic, it gives it a little different feel because when you're adding it in like that. So we keep going. I think when you get in here now, when everything's back to the ponytail, it's more important to try to keep things a little bit more uniform. And uniform meaning, the size of the sections that you're taking over.
And you could, if you wanted, you said you wanted to leave it organic and natural. You could make this sleek and smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to be here that long. But yeah.
I said, Nate, can we have you for 5 minutes?
It's already been 10, Maggie. I mean, come on. No, but you just, keep on bringing that down. And then you can, if you've got that in and you want to loosen it up, go up. I find going up one side at a time works best than trying to like pull both out. Are you? I just practice. When I felt like when I did it before, I couldn't get the uniformity that I wanted in it. Where like when I do just the one side at a time, I feel like I can like pull it out a little bit, pull that out a little bit. Honestly, I think it's more controlled too. Because you just don't know what's going to happen when you pull both. And they have just, a little something like that.
Love it. Good job. So Nate, how do we follow you?
Follow me at Nathan Rosencrantz on Instagram. That's where you'll find everything hair for me.
All right, thank you. And thank you for speaking at Artist Session. You were
Oh, it
great.
was
You talked
my
all about
pleasure.
Fashion Week. He's one of our Fashion Week friends. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for joining us.
Maggie. Thank you.